Hello, Crunchy Mamas. How are you today? So, today I'm excited to learn more about facial exercises for wrinkles. I don't know about you, but growing up, I used to see my mom making the funniest faces. And to be honest, when I was a teenager, it was quite embarrassing because she would do it in the middle of the living room, all her facial exercises for wrinkles. And I always wondered, does this work? Why she's making these faces, these really funny faces, but does it really work? What works? What doesn't work? What movements should we make? Because not every face you make with your facial muscles are going to be good for your wrinkles, for eliminating wrinkles. And everybody ages at one point. I mean, we have grays, we have wrinkles, we have so many things. But if we can have facial exercises to make those fine lines and wrinkles be more subtle, not so, accentuated and showing on our faces, of course, that's excellent. And we're going to have Thais Bicalho Silva, who is a very special friend today joining us. Let's see. Let me see if I invite her. Okay, I'm going to invite her. And I'm so excited for this live. I can't wait to learn so much with Thais. Hello, Beleza Orgânica. There she is.
Hello.
Hi, Thais. How are you?
Hi, so happy being here with you.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy that you joined us. Let me see. I think I have to raise my camera a little bit so I can see so people can see me. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great too. Super happy that you're going to teach us some facial exercises. But before that, can you tell everyone your credentials, what you do, your work, so everybody knows who Thais is?
I have a background in dancing. That's how it always started. I was a ballerina, and then there's always this passion with movement, and then I move on into to physical therapy. So I'm a licensed physical therapist. I specialize in women's health.
Okay.
And I'm also a certified Feldenkrais teacher. It's a movement reeducation method.
Oh, wow. Tell us more about Feldenkrais. I don't know if everybody knows. I know a little bit, but if you can just extend that information a little bit more so people know what Feldenkrais is.
Sure. So Feldenkrais is a movement or posture reeducation method. So we use gentle exercise, gentle movement to learn about our habits, our muscular habits, and
Okay.
then change those habits that we feel that are not serving us anymore for
Mm-hmm.
other ones.
Oh, wow.
That-
Interesting. That's so interesting. And
yeah.
that goes for the body and then for the face as well.
Yeah, for everything.
Oh, wow. And that aligned with your physical therapy certification. I think it matches very well, doesn't it?
Yes, because especially, like I said, I specialize in pelvic health and women's health, but the
Mm-hmm.
specialty is actually in pelvic health.
Okay.
And you have to be very aware of trauma when you work with the pelvis.
Mm,
And then working with the face can be so relaxing. That's
right.
kind of a strategy that usually when people have pelvic pain, they also have a lot of tension in the jaw.
Mm.
So working with the face is kind of my way in if the patient's still not ready to have a pelvic work done.
You
So
start with the face. That is so interesting, Thais, that you start with the face to work all the way down to the pelvic health. That
yes,
is super interesting.
it is, and especially when I work with male, they it's kind of sometimes too awkward, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I just work with the tongue and the jaw, and incredible, they feel much better.
That's amazing. And that is totally an act of self-care. I mean, a session with you is self-care nirvana, I think, because you just leave your clinic feeling brand new. How is that experience for your clients?
I mean, they found very empowering because there's so
Mm-hmm.
much that we don't know. We
Right.
don't know about our own bodies, and then we rely on the authority, on the doctor, in my case, on a physical therapy, to tell us what to do.
Right.
So I make sure that I teach, that I educate my patients a lot, my clients, my students, so they feel empowered to take ownership over their body.
That is very interesting. So, going back to facial exercises, you're going to tell us today the truth about facial exercises. Before you came in, I was telling the Crunchy Mamas that my mom used to do these crazy facial exercises at home. I felt a little embarrassed when I brought my friends because she was making all these like strange faces. And I was like, does this really work? When I am in my 40s, am I going to do this? You know, so today I'm a little afraid of doing it because I know my kids are going to be embarrassed by me, but I know because I've seen some Instagram lives with you that your exercises are, we don't look that weird. And at the same time, when I did your exercises on an Instagram live that you were having with someone else, I was like so relaxed afterwards, and I did feel younger. I was like, oh, my skin feels so nice now.
Yes, yes. And that's, yes. So there are very basic ideas that they are not so common. Like about the exercise, do they work? Yes, they have their place. Exercising is always good, right?
Right.
The only thing is that, you know, the facial muscles, they're not muscles that lack work, right? They involve with engagement, talking, digestion.
Right.
So they're kind of all the way around. They're very active muscles.
Right.
So what happened is, you know, I wouldn't jump to a strengthening right away.
Okay.
Because those muscles, they actually need a break. They would benefit more from relaxing.
So do you think that we hyperstimulate if we exercise, like we try to exercise them all the time, since we already have so many facial expressions, laughing, crying, everything that we feel and that reflects on our face? Does that make our face stress more than it should? So you're saying that we need to relax our face, actually give it a break.
Yes. The thing is, you know, we all, and that's true for every exercise, we assume that we start from neutral, and that's not true. You know, we don't start from neutral. So there was this question that I heard a while ago, and I think was so interesting. It was said, what is this expression that your face has when it's resting?
So
what
is it, right?
Some people, even when they are resting, you know, they keep the eyes or some kind of thing with the mouth. So it's very important to first know your default. What are the areas that you overwork? You know, if you're always worried, do you have, you know, do you have
the ring, where do you wrinkle more, where do you tense?
Exactly. So I would spend some time, and I think this is a gift, mamas. You know, spend the time, figure yourself out, give it this time to know yourself. I think this is the best gift that you can the best thing that you can do for yourself is spend the time knowing.
Yes.
Oh, I see. And when it comes to beauty, you know, there's so many ideas about symmetry, and then it's very important to understand that this is a goal, but symmetry is really not a human thing. We don't function equally. So we'll be not understanding your face. You know, oh, I tend to go more this way, or I tend to, you know, and see your own pattern. Then from that point, and then number one, you identify your pattern. Number two, can you smooth it out, that pattern? Can you bring it to more a neutral place? And then from neutral place, and then you can do all kind of exercise that you want. If you have a routine that you already do, great. But it's important to bring to this neutral place before you do anything. Otherwise, you're just strengthening what is already there.
Right, right. And then sometimes there's expressions in your face that you don't want to strengthen. You want to smooth. You want to smoothen it. Yeah.
You know, I made a post another day, and I just love this expression. They keep up with is it British? Keep up with a stiff lip, something like that. Keep this stiff lip up, something like this. When we want to hold emotions, that's, you know, something necessary sometimes.
Right.
Bursting to tears in the post office. So we tend to tense the upper lip. So this is a place that holds a lot of tension.
It is. Yes, it really is.
We call, like, they come with that thin lips that kind of pressing into each other.
Yeah, like
area that we hold a lot of tension. The mouth. I would say this is an area that needs a lot of care.
And some people even, you know, when they're sleeping, they're like really pressuring their lips, their
Yeah.
jaws, or even
Yeah.
their forehead is like, I know when I have you know, like a nightmare or something, I wake up and I feel tension around my eyes, I feel tension on my lips, like my
Yes.
neck.
Yes, and if you think about, you know, this concept of relaxing the face to, you know, to look to smooth out things, that's a concept of Botox, right? That's what it's
Right.
doing it. So I just feel that people have to know, you know, what, like, so you want to strengthen the face or you want to relax the face, because they're two dynamics different. So then we start doing all kind of things, but for what? What
Yeah.
is the goal?
What
And
is
then
the goal here?
what's the goal here? And then when you think about tonify, our best is to tonify the muscles. So the word tonus has to do with the nervous system, right? It's the nervous system who decides, it saying, you know, the muscle just do the work, but the nervous system, it says, do this or do that. So
Right.
if your exercise is not a neuromuscular exercise, you're not really tonifying because you're not sending the message back to the brain. So I just feel there is a lot of misinformation. You know, there's a sea
There
of
is.
things, and we're just trying to pick what is going to work. But if you don't have the basic concept, it's just, you know, try and error.
Right, right. That is so interesting. You know, I never felt about, you know, I never felt like that. I never really thought, oh, we need to relax our muscles. We need to relax our facial muscles, because I always thought you need to exercise more and, you know, the muscle needs to be exercised. And like you said, Botox freezes, right, the muscle so it doesn't move. And then you're coming back to the concept where we have to relax the muscle when all the other facial exercises are telling you to make all these like funny faces and like, I don't know. I don't know how to do these exercises, but I'm scared of doing them because I have a childhood trauma from them.
It's again, I mean, you know, it has its place, right? Strengthening has
Right.
its place, relaxing. You just need to know. Like I said, you know, it's important to be educated, and you know, okay, I need this. I tend to, you know, to do something like this. Like in my case, I lengthen this one and I shorten that one. That's my pattern. I'm aware of that. So I
Yeah.
know what I have to do to bring to a more harmonic place. So, you know, you have to know your pattern so you get power, right? Knowledge
Right.
is power.
Right. Right.
So don't skip
That,
that. I put that as a key, knowing
right.
your pattern and then bring to a neutral place. And then from that, if you want to be doing all kind of gymnastics, okay. Just make
Right.
sure
Then
that
you do it.
afterwards too.
So are you familiar with facial yoga?
I see some things, and again, I think it has its place. I think it has its benefits,
Right.
but I don't think it's tick. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I don't think it's because when you think about doing an exercise, okay, I did my exercise and then I go back to my normal way. I'm just faking it an expression. Like say that I'm, you know, go back to my normal way. So you cannot compare, you know, 1 hour of exercise with the last of, you know, 23 hours doing something else.
Or your last 40 years of life that you're
It's
making that
that,
same expression when you're tensing, when you're concentrating, when you're
yes.
studying, when you're
So
angry.
it's not equal, you know. I exercise
Mm.
don't have the power to come and put it, you know, to change a habit, because we talk about the habit, and if we know, you know, every time you try to change a habit, it's a lot of work. Go to sleep early, change,
Yes,
you know, your
yes.
diet, it's a lot of work. So you know, there is no exercise in this domain, the domain of the yoga, in the domain that will, you know, come that will, you know, substitute your pattern, because the habits come to stay.
Right. Let me see if I understood this, because this is what I'm taking from what you're saying. So once we become aware of our facial expressions, how we feel and how we express that through our face, we are able to actually relax our muscles or exercise our muscles according to what we like feel and are aware of.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Is that it?
that's what it
I
is.
got it.
That's what it is, because, and that's
Yeah.
the thing, like we have this sense, you know, called proprioceptive, that you don't even need a mirror to, you know, we
Right.
don't offer, am I doing a funny, you can
We
feel
don't look at
it.
ourselves all day.
We don't, thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
But it is
imagine if we
true.
were looking at ourselves in the mirror all day.
Exactly. Like you can tell, you don't walk around with the arm like this because your arm is up. You can feel it, right?
Yes.
So we can refine so much those sensations that you can feel. I was playing around with this one day, and then I was watching TV, and I all of a sudden I just had this insight, and I felt my face like pulling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing that again, and then I realized, oh, this is so cool. And then sometimes I'm driving, like, let me see if I'm doing that thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm doing it again. So you become very familiar how that feels. So then you have the
Then
power.
you can go back and say, okay, now I'm going to relax that muscle because I feel it tensing again. I'm creating this wrinkle now. I'm studying and I'm
Right.
creating this wrinkle. So anyway, first of all, guys, we need to be aware. Mamas, guys, everyone, aware of how you feel, how you express that in your face. And once we feel, because sometimes you don't feel
You don't feel that's
how
the
we're
thing.
reacting.
You know what I usually said is like, is that, that dress that's in the back of your closet and you have it somewhere, but because in the back you never wear it because so it's the same thing. Like if you don't know, if you don't feel it, you don't use it. And
That's
you have
right.
no power. And usually we associate power with strength, but
Yes.
power is choice. I choose to do it. I choose to inhibit. I choose to do that. That's power.
Yes.
Right. So, and then just to, we talk about yoga, and I don't want to, in any, I love yoga, so I don't want
I love yoga. Yeah.
as a, but to getting an idea from yoga is that, is that state of not doing it.
Mm.
So first you bring that to that state, and I'm not doing it. It's that state of balance of, just
Mm-hmm.
peace and calm in your face. And then from that you take further to whatever you
Right.
do.
That makes
But
so much sense now. It makes so much sense. And that is learning how to practice self-care throughout the day, every day.
yes, in
And
my,
not just saying, okay, now I need a massage because I'm going to practice self-care. You don't need to spend any money on this.
yeah.
It's just your awareness that's going to help you all the time
Yeah.
during the day.
And
I
if you,
love
let's
it.
say that you spend 3 minutes doing that, you're gonna get used to it, and then you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have insights when you're doing something else, and you're like, oh, I am holding my face in a funny. Oh, I'm doing something with my mouth. Oh, I'm pressing my tongue against my teeth. This is another
Yes,
pressing
yes,
my tongue, or pressing my tongue on the roof of the mouth. So if you start asking the questions, what am I doing? Are my lips relaxed? Is my tongue relaxed?
yeah.
You start to asking. You're gonna see they're gonna get the answer. It's gonna come to you.
It comes. Yes, that's amazing. So, Thais, are you going to give us like, is there an exercise that
Yeah.
we can do? Yes, we're going to exercise our face today. But before we exercise our face, I want to tell you guys something really cool. So, Thais and Renata from Beleza Orgânica, who is also watching us, invited me as a health coach to participate in this super amazing self-care workshop on Sunday. It's this Sunday, August 2nd. And I'm going to do nourishment, like nourishment and support, everything related to food and how we, nourish our body. Renata is going to do beauty and mindset. So she's going to teach us beauty and mindset, how to practice self-care in that field. And Thais is going to do movement and, oh, I forgot, movement
Movement and relaxation.
and relaxation. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I blanked out.
They go
So,
together.
so the three of us are going to teach this workshop. It's on Sunday, the 2nd, this Sunday, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's online on Zoom. So guys, check it out. The link is on my bio, and it's on her bio, and it's on Renata's bio. It's going to be an amazing, amazing workshop. Don't miss it. Self-care at its best.
Yes.
Powerful
It's
but simple tools.
in.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. So we are going to now have this really special exercise, movement, facial exercises by Thais. Oh, I'm so excited. Let me get ready here. Let me relax.
So I picked something to teach that inspired on our babies. If you have a baby and you look around, they're very active, right? They do all
Right.
the cute faces. So the first thing, like I said, let's learn to relax the lips. So ideally, and I had so many pictures of my babies doing, my babies, they're grown now, but they do this mouth thing, and it's very like if you're gonna kiss, and it's very soft. If you notice, they almost flip the lip inside out, and you can see a little bit of the flesh, like the visceral kind of layer. So as we age and we hold tension, it's kind of hard to get that perfect, symmetric kissing motion. So we're gonna do it with our fingers. So you're gonna get the index finger and the thumb. And first, I hope you can see it. I had a baby wipes here to clean my because you will get wet, girl. So
okay.
so first, you can just kind of move one side and the other side of the lip, just to look for differences. Maybe one side feels a little bit easier to move. So you have to touch yourself like you're touching your baby. Very soft, very gentle. And just notice if there is any difference between the right and the left. Again, asking those questions is different. And then you can start to focus on flip one side. So you're really turning, like if you're turning inside out.
Like this?
That beautiful Angelina Jolie kind of full. Yes, you flip, and you flip the whole lip inside out. And you relax.
This feels like a massage.
It is like a massage, right? So you're relaxing and you're relaxing that. Now I'm using this. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna yawn because it always, if I do, I'm sorry. I don't stay ahead of the time. Hopefully I don't. But you massage and you can hold, and this has to be very flexible, right? And then you do from the bottom too, which is usually easier from the bottom. You see if that's true for you. This also has a global relax around that area, so you will feel that when it comes to relaxation, the brain doesn't understand one muscle. We kind of have a general response. So you're going to feel that relaxation through whole your face. So you flip and flip a little bit. And once you did that, maybe you just stop a little bit and just feel, probably you feel your mouth very big if you close your eyes and you just feel the fullness. I cannot do it because I'm talking, so I don't feel it. I do feel a little bit though.
It feels good.
It feels good. It feels full, right? So you get and you internalize this image of full lips.
Yeah.
Thinking, that instead of internalizing the, thin, pressing it like full.
I feel like it pumped up my lips.
Yes. And now from the inside of your mouth, you're gonna just push with your tongue, like if you're putting a lipstick from the inside out. So from inside, you just keep your mouth closed and you just push your lips from the inside with your tongue, and you go around. You start with the bottom, through the top, and just one side, and then you go to the other. And again, always ask, is this different? Is one side different than the other? The more you become, you're gonna start. It is, right? Everybody. At the beginning, people say, no, I'm symmetric, and I'm just quiet. Okay, but it's not. You're not symmetric. So you're just not feeling it yet. So
good. I like that.
And then once you did from the outside, once you did from the inside, you go from the outside, like if you're putting lipstick with your tongue. And all of these, as your baby do all the time, right?
Yeah.
Now with the tongue like this, like that, and relax the whole jaw. So this was a relaxation. Now we're gonna teach you something that I love to do to support the whole face. Okay, to support the whole thing. So think about the root of your tongue. So the root of your tongue is right there, almost, well, let's say where the throat ear is. So it's not the tip, it's the root. So it's the back. And now think of pulling the root of your tongue back, like if you're closing a drawer. So you're pulling the root of your tongue back, and notice how that support. It's almost like someone came from underneath and pull your ears up, and that's the whole support for your face. You feel that? So yeah, it's almost like your neck pulls back a little bit, and your face just. I like the image of that snake, the cobra. It goes like yes, it opens and just give a very good for all those muscles.
Oh, it's really nice. Oh my goodness.
It is very nice. It's very.
Oh, did you guys do this? Oh, it's so good. My neck is.
Yes, if, it needs, because that's the other thing. If you have a bad posture, right, it just loses the support. So you need good bone support, good attachment for those muscles so they can just have a good length instead of being shortened because we are kind of.
It feels so good. It feels so good.
And even create when you pull the tongue back, you can see the angle of the mouth like in a very gentle smile. That's right. Oh, you look so beautiful.
It feels so good.
It
feels so good. Oh my
God. Yeah.
Let me do it again. Let me do it one more time.
Yes, pull it back and open the back of your throat. Even the shoulders relax, the neck lengthens, and the face just gets all supported.
Oh my gosh, that feels. Oh, this is good. I hope you do this at the workshop because I'm taking your class. Oh my goodness.
In the workshop, we are going to connect the face with the pelvis. So we're going to do all this work. So, pulling back and connecting through the spine. So we are going to bring the whole body into it. So it's going to be very.
Okay, this was. Oh. Okay, mamas, if you didn't do it while we were doing it, watch it again and do it. And if you didn't watch the live, do it because that was what was that? Like a few minutes and it
but it's upsetting because working with the tongue with the lips because it's so innervated. So it right away gets the attention of the brain. It's like, oh, there's something interesting going on. So it's powerful. And you will feel, if you work one side, you're doing it at home, later on, work one side, look in the mirror, and you're going to see that one eye is more open, the side that you worked on, because you just express the whole face, and then you work the other side and you will see coming closer. But you just have this overall.
That was amazing. That was amazing. I seriously feel like I had a facial massage done. It feels so good.
So when you're pull the tongue back and release, or working the back of the throat and support that the neck, the back of the ears, and it's almost like the direction of a plastic surgery, right? How they pull from.
Right. I feel like I don't know if you see anything different on my face, people, but I feel a little lift, and I feel like my lips are plumped. Oh my god. Okay, I got younger today. I know my grays are growing, but I got younger because of Thais. Thank you, Thais. Oh my gosh.
It was such a pleasure.
This was so fun. I know we don't have a lot of time to do this, on our Instagram live. It's 15-20 minutes. But I don't know how many minutes of exercise, just really,
Yeah, and you can spread through the days, just reminders for your day. So you don't have to really stop and do it. You can just, through the day.
Right. I'm going to start doing this because I really feel like my neck, there's like no tension on my neck, and my lips are plumped and my tongue is relaxed because I tend to talk a lot, and I think that affects your tongue and tension. But I feel so good. Oh, this was awesome, Thais. It was so nice to have you here. I think we're going to have another Instagram live with you.
Yes, please.
Yes, because this was great. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Oh,
wow, it was a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye, Crunchy Mamas. Bye, everyone. This was awesome. Thanks. I feel renovated.